Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Danielle and today I'm going to be doing a scavenger hunt to pick my first read of 2024. So I am really excited about this. I've never actually done a scavenger hunt before to pick a read for me, so this is going to be my first. I actually got this idea from Booksandlala. She does this quite often and I really wanted to give it a try myself. So here we go. So for the first prompt, I have to grab my favorite book, go to the acknowledgements, and then the first name that I see, find a book by an author with the same name. So my favorite book is Crescent City. So we'll just grab that one down here. And in the acknowledgements, the first name that I see, Noah. I definitely don't have a book by a Noah. So let's go to the second one. Tamar. Nope. Laura. I think I could find a book with a Laura. Let me check my Goodreads for that. So I found Half Sick of Shadows by Laura Sebastian. So then with this book, I have to pick something on that cover and find another book with that thing in the title. So I guess really the only thing on this cover is like a moon, a person, and a sword. So I think we're gonna go with sword, and I have the perfect book for that. I am picking Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare. And now that I have this one, I get to go to page 50, line 5, and pick a word from that line and find a title with that word. So page 50, line 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Steps of the high temple stood the Hierophant, the high priest of. Maybe high, temple, or priest. Let me see if I have any books with those in it. Well, I had no luck with any of those words, so I'm going on to the next line, which is Castellane carrying a staff topped with a milky sunderglass orb. Kell. Maybe carrying topped orb? I'll try those words next. I think the best I've got is going to be Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I think we're just going to go carry for carrying. So the next prompt that I can go from here is going to be find a 5-star read with the same colors on the cover. So I guess purple is the main color in this, so I think that's the color I'm going to be going for. And I already have one in mind. It's actually going to be Belladonna by Adalyn Grace. I really love this one. This is the Fairy Loot edition and definitely a purple cover there. And then going off of this book, the next prompt is find a book with the same number of pages. Let's see what this comes out to. This book has 408 pages. So I'm going to look through my Goodreads and see what comes close to this. So I searched high and low and could not find another book that had 408 pages. So the book that I chose next actually has 407 pages. That was going to be the closest that I could find. And that's going to be The 13th Tale by Diane Setterfield. So the prompt that I need to go off for this one now is to flip open to any page, and the first name you see, find a book by an author who shares that same name. So I am just gonna flip right on open, and the first name that I see is going to be Margaret. So we've got Margaret right there. I hope you can see that. And I have one in mind actually. I just don't know where I put it. Let me see. Aha. So I've got A Sorcery of Thorns by Margaret Rogerson. So now that I've got this one, next prompt is to find another title with the same number of letters. So there are 15 letters in the title of this book, so I need to find a book with 15 letters in it. This is going to take a second, so I'll be right back. This was actually a bit easier than I thought it was going to be, and I picked Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare. This is one of my favorite series, and I'm glad I was able to get this into this video. But now that I have this one, the next prompt is to find a book with a similar cover. So for the similar cover, Cassie has a lot of covers that all look the same. I didn't want to pick another one from the same series, but I did pick another one from her world, which is Ghosts of the Shadow Market. I think these are pretty similar. They both have the person standing in the center there with a little bit of stuff in the background. They're both holding something, and I figured this was a good one to go with. So the next prompt to go off of this one is to flip to a random page, point at a word, and find that word in a book title on your TBR shelf. So it sounds like the next book that I'm picking is actually going to be the book that I am reading. So now I'm going to flip through and see what word I get. And we're going to pick that one. Love. The word is love. So let's see what I've got. So I'm back, and I own quite a few books with the word love in them, but almost all of them I have already read. I did happen to find this one though. It's going to be Lunar Love by Lauren Kung Jessen, and this is the book of the month version. I got this last year and I just never got around to reading it, so I actually think this is perfect for the beginning of the year, and I'm really excited to have this one as my first read of 2024. So that was really fun. I've never done a scavenger hunt before, like I've said, and I'm really excited to be picking this one up. I will check back in with you as soon as I've read a little bit of this, and I'll let you know how it's going. There's so much talk about food, and I am so hungry right now. Hey guys, so I'm back. I've finished reading Lunar Love, and I'm here with my thoughts and feelings. I'm going to try and keep them as spoiler-free as possible, just in case you want to pick this one up yourself. I don't want to ruin anything for you. But quick, I'll just let you know what the premise of the book is, and then I'll let you know what I thought. So this book follows Olivia. She is a matchmaker working at her grandmother's matchmaking business. Their business is based off of the Chinese zodiac, and Olivia is actually going to be taking over this business really soon. Just as she's about to be taking over the business, she finds out that there is a new up-and-coming dating app on the market right now where it's also based off the Chinese zodiac. So she is not happy. She's worried that the business is going to lose customers because an app is so much easier than actually coming in and having to sit and wait for matchmaking. The creator of the app is Bennett. He's one of LA's most eligible bachelors, and Bennett and Olivia have a little bit of a run-in, and they end up making a deal because they're both vying for a spot on a podcast and to gain paid users for their service. So they decide that they are going to try and make the other fall in love using either their app or their matchmaking skills. Whoever falls in love first is going to be the loser, technically. The winner is going to be the one who actually paired them up together, and they're going to get the spot on that podcast as well as the 10 new users. During the contest, they actually get to know each other a little bit better, and love blossoms. Obviously, it's a romance, so I feel like I'm not really spoiling that for you. There is one big trigger warning that I want to let you know of, which is going to be death of a family member, and that family member is very present in the book, so if that's going to bother you, please know that going in and maybe avoid this one because it is very, very prominent in the end of the book. Overall, though, I really enjoyed the story. Olivia is a very stubborn character who was not willing to see things from another side, so I enjoyed seeing the progress she took throughout the book to become who she is in the end of the book. Bennett was a really fun character as well. I enjoyed learning about his backstory and the reason for him wanting to start this app in the first place. The only thing I was a little bit sad about was that it was a closed door romance. I was actually kind of expecting just like a little bit more romance in it than we got. That would have made it a little bit better. I just wanted to see more of them falling in love and getting to know each other a little bit more than we did. And then I know I mentioned it earlier, but all of the talk of food in this book, oh my gosh, I was so hungry the whole time I was reading it. I actually had to stop, put it down, and grab a snack because my stomach was grumbling the whole time. So for having a matchmaking business that is based off the zodiac, I was hoping that there would be a little bit more included in with it. That was one of the selling points for this book that I was really hoping that I would enjoy. And I did enjoy it, but there was definitely not as much as I wanted. I would have loved to see a little bit more in-depth information for that. The one fun thing though was in the back of the book, it does have like a little breakdown for all of the characters and what their zodiac signs were. So that was really cool. I thought that was fun, and I found out that I am the year of the horse and my husband is a snake. So I wanted to be able to see what that kind of pairing would be, and they really didn't go into that as much as I was hoping for. I guess I'll just have to look that up on my own and see if we're meant to be. But overall, I really enjoyed this book. I did end up giving it a 3.5, which is not a bad rating by any means. This year, I'm actually slightly changing the way I'm doing my ratings. Last year, I would have probably given this a 4, but I've settled on a 3.5, and I'm pretty happy with that. But pick this one up if you're looking for a cute romance, and I think Lunar New Year is coming up, so this would be the perfect time to pick this one up. And then let me know if you've read this one before or if you're planning on picking it up. I would love to talk to you about it once you've read it. And please like and subscribe and comment down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!